In the dimly lit embrace of an old creaky library, where the scent of aged books hangs in the air like memories, imagine yourself wandering through dusty aisles of forgotten knowledge. The flickering light from a lone bulb casts eerie shadows on tattered book covers, each one a portal to a world long past. As you meander through the labyrinth of forgotten stories, a realization dawns. An ancient wisdom whispers through the cracked spines and worn pages. It tells a tale as old as time, one that transcends the shabby confines of the library and extends into the very fabric of your existence. Our thoughts and emotions shape our reality. You see, what we think, what we feel, and what we imagine becomes the lens through which we perceive the world around us. Our thoughts and emotions shape our reality. Consider for a moment the idea that the universe is not merely an external force acting upon us, but rather a reflection of our consciousness and beliefs. This perspective flips the narrative from a passive experience of life to an active participation in its creation. It suggests that the world we see is, in many ways, a mirror of our internal state. Our perceptions and beliefs, subtle yet potent, play a pivotal role in crafting the reality we inhabit. The lens through which we view the world becomes the palette with which we paint our experiences. If we harbor negativity, the world appears bleak and hostile. Conversely, a positive mindset transforms the mundane into the extraordinary. This reminds me of Hermeticism, where you may stumble upon the teachings of Hermes Trismegistus, a legendary figure often associated with alchemy, mysticism, and the Hermetic tradition. Hermes, a mythical sage, is said to have imparted profound knowledge about the nature of reality and the interconnectedness of the spiritual and material realms. One of the key concepts attributed to Hermes Trismegistus is the mirror principle, a notion that aligns with the idea that our external world is a reflection of our internal state. This principle suggests that the universe mirrors back to us the energy, thoughts, and beliefs we project into it. In simpler terms, if we radiate positivity, the world responds in kind. If we emanate negativity, the world reflects that back to us. Imagine a mirror hanging on the wall of your consciousness, reflecting not just your physical appearance, but also the essence of your thoughts and emotions. The mirror principle implies that the experiences and circumstances in your life are not merely random events, but are, in fact, a reflection of your inner world. What's even more interesting is the realm of cognitive psychology, where the concept of selective attention takes center stage. This cognitive principle is the brain's ability to focus on specific stimuli while filtering out others. It's akin to tuning into a particular radio frequency amidst a cacophony of signals. Understanding and harnessing this power is crucial in shaping our reality. Selective attention is like a mental spotlight that allows us to concentrate on what matters most at any given moment. Think of it as a mental filter that sifts through the constant stream of information bombarding our senses, highlighting certain details while relegating others to the background. This mechanism enables us to navigate our complex world efficiently, honing in on the essential information needed for tasks or decision-making. Moreover, selective attention plays a pivotal role in memory formation. When we concentrate on specific details, our brains are more likely to encode and store that information. This process is evident when recalling events or experiences. The details we paid attention to are more vividly remembered compared to the background noise that faded into obscurity. This aspect of selective attention underlines its significance not only in perceiving the present but also in shaping our recollections of the past. Consider your daily life. How often do you find yourself on autopilot, reacting to life events without conscious thought? Unconscious living is like navigating through a dense fog, where actions and reactions are automatic, dictated by ingrained habits and conditioned responses. To shape our reality consciously, we must transcend this autopilot mode. Non-engagement, the act of navigating through life without actively participating or being present in the moment, is a phenomenon rooted in the habitual nature of human behavior. It finds its origin in the comfort of routine and the human tendency to seek familiarity. The brain, in its quest for efficiency, forms patterns and habits that allow individuals to perform tasks without expending too much cognitive effort. While this mechanism is crucial for survival and efficiency, it also paves the way for non-engagement. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, people often find themselves caught up in the monotony of routine tasks. From waking up and getting ready for work to the daily commute and the familiar faces at the office. Each day unfolds in a series of predictable events. This predictability, while providing a sense of security, can inadvertently lead to non-engagement. When every day feels like a rerun of the previous one, individuals may disengage from their surroundings, allowing their minds to wander into autopilot mode. The basis of non-engagement can be traced back to the human mind's natural inclination to conserve energy. When faced with repetitive and mundane tasks, the brain seeks ways to streamline its functioning. As a result, it relies on established habits and automated responses, freeing up mental resources for more demanding challenges. This automatic mode, however, comes at the cost of genuine engagement with the present moment. Consider the routine act of commuting. For many, the daily journey to and from work becomes a mundane task undertaken with little conscious thought. The mind may drift into a realm of daydreams or preoccupation with future concerns, leaving the actual experience of the commute unattended. In such instances, non-engagement becomes a default state, a coping mechanism that allows individuals to navigate through the familiar without expending unnecessary mental energy. However, what many don't realize is that non-engagement can become extremely powerful when practiced correctly. You see, you can combine non-engagement with the practice of observing our thoughts and feelings without getting entangled in them. Imagine sitting by the riverbank of your mind, watching the flow of thoughts pass by without being swept away. This detachment allows us to choose our responses rather than being at the mercy of knee-jerk reactions. This way of observing without getting caught up in thoughts is at the heart of mindfulness and some Eastern practices. It's like being the calm observer of your own mental river, just letting the thoughts float by. In mindfulness, the focus is on being present and aware without judgment. It's not about stopping thoughts. It's about acknowledging them without getting carried away. This practice helps us gain a deeper understanding of our thoughts and emotions. It's like taking a step back and looking at things from a distance, which can bring a sense of clarity. When we don't engage with every thought that comes our way, we create a space for thoughtful responses rather than reacting impulsively. In certain Eastern traditions, this non-engagement is often linked with the concept of witnessing or being the witness. It's as if you're watching the play of your thoughts and emotions from a neutral standpoint. This simple act of observation can be a powerful tool for managing stress and cultivating a more peaceful mind. As we practice non-engagement and observation, we start to notice the patterns of our mind. We see that thoughts come and go and that emotions arise and fade away. This awareness can lead to a greater sense of inner peace and a reduced tendency to be overwhelmed by life's ups and downs. In essence, by practicing non-engagement and observation, we become more in tune with the present moment and less reactive to the constant stream of thoughts. It's a simple yet profound shift that can positively impact our well-being and how we navigate the challenges of daily life. In the fabric of life, each thought and emotion is a thread weaving its way into the fabric of our experiences. To shape a reality that aligns with our desires, we must be intentional about the threads we introduce. The law of attraction, a principle woven into the fabric of various ancient philosophies, states that like attracts like. The energy we give to our thoughts influences what we manifest in our lives. This idea of like attracting like has roots in ancient teachings that date back centuries. Many ancient cultures, including the Egyptians, Greeks, and Chinese, believed in the power of thoughts and emotions to shape one's reality. They observed the patterns of nature and human behavior, noticing that positive thoughts often led to positive outcomes while negative thoughts could attract challenges. One of the earliest expressions of the law of attraction can be found in ancient Hindu scriptures. The concept of karma, which means the consequences of one's actions, suggests that the energy we put into the world comes back to us. If we emit positive energy through our thoughts and actions, we are likely to receive positive outcomes. Similarly, ancient Chinese philosophy, particularly Taoism, emphasizes the balance of yin and yang energies. It suggests that harmony in life comes from maintaining a balance between opposing forces. Positive thoughts and actions contribute to this balance, attracting positive experiences. The Greeks, too, had their own take on this principle. The philosopher Heraclitus famously stated, "Character is destiny," implying that our character, shaped by our thoughts and actions, determines the course of our lives. In more recent times, the law of attraction has gained popularity through the teachings of individuals like Neville Goddard, who played a significant role in bringing these ancient principles to a broader audience. Neville Goddard, a 20th century mystic and lecturer, interpreted the law of attraction in a way that resonated with many seekers of personal development. Goddard's teachings emphasized the power of imagination and the concept that our inner world creates our outer reality. He encouraged people to vividly imagine the fulfillment of their desires, as he believed that the subconscious mind would respond to these mental images and influence the events in their lives. Goddard's approach was practical and focused on the idea that each person has the ability to shape their destiny through conscious and deliberate use of their thoughts. One of Neville Goddard's central teachings was the concept of living in the end. He advised individuals to mentally dwell in the state of having already achieved their goals, feeling the emotions and sensations associated with success. According to Goddard, this mental state would attract corresponding circumstances into their lives. The popularity of Neville Goddard's teachings grew over time, especially in the self-help and New Thought movements. His lectures and books, such as The Power of Awareness and Feeling is the Secret, have become influential resources for those seeking to understand and apply the principles of the law of attraction in their lives. From all of this information, we come to understand that ancient ideas spread across cultures and laid the groundwork for what we now call the law of attraction, which was popularized by mystics such as Neville Goddard. But what is commonly not realized by the masses is that within the law of attraction, conscious choice emerges as a powerful tool in the dance of creation. We have the ability to energize positive, empowering thoughts and dismiss negative, disempowering ones. It's not about suppressing emotions or denying the existence of challenges, but rather about choosing where to direct our focus and energy. The power lies in our ability to consciously shape our thought patterns. Picture your mind as a garden. The thoughts you water and nourish are the ones that flourish and bear fruit. If you tend to the seeds of positivity, gratitude, and possibility, your mental garden becomes a vibrant tapestry of flourishing experiences. Conversely, if you allow the weeds of doubt, fear, and negativity to take root, they will overshadow the potential beauty of your mental landscape. Every moment presents an opportunity to choose. When faced with challenges, do we succumb to the weight of negativity, or do we consciously choose thoughts that empower us to overcome obstacles? This choice, seemingly small in the moment, sets the stage for the unfolding narrative of our lives. Let's consider a simple example: the power of gratitude. Gratitude is a transformative force that redirects our attention from lack to abundance. When we consciously choose to focus on what we are thankful for, we shift our perspective. Suddenly, the lens through which we view life becomes tinted with appreciation, and our reality begins to reflect the richness of our grateful mindset. Conversely, dwelling on what we lack or what's going wrong amplifies those aspects in our reality. The law of attraction, in its simplicity, responds to the energy we emit. If our predominant energy is one of lack or negativity, the universe responds in kind, presenting us with circumstances that reinforce those feelings. To channel our attention effectively, it's essential to be mindful of the stories we tell ourselves. The narratives we construct shape our beliefs, and these beliefs, in turn, become the blueprint for our reality. If we repeatedly tell ourselves that success is elusive or that happiness is an unattainable goal, these stories become self-fulfilling prophecies. Shaping our reality requires rewriting these narratives. It involves becoming conscious architects of our beliefs, choosing stories that empower and uplift. Instead of focusing on limitations, we can shift our attention to possibilities. Instead of dwelling on past failures, we can channel our energy into learning and growth. The journey of conscious reality creation is not without its challenges. It demands self-awareness, discipline, and a commitment to continuous inner work. It requires us to question the validity of our limiting beliefs and to cultivate a mindset that embraces the infinite potential within us. In this journey, the practice of mindfulness becomes a guiding light. I previously discussed mindfulness in its relation to observation. However, we now come to understand that mindfulness also holds tremendous power when it comes to conscious creation. Mindfulness is the art of being present, of bringing our attention to the current moment without judgment. It's a powerful tool that allows us to observe our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs without being swept away by them. Through mindfulness, we become the silent observers of our inner landscape, gaining the clarity to choose our thoughts consciously. As we navigate the terrain of our thoughts and emotions, it's crucial to acknowledge the role of self-talk. The conversations we have with ourselves, often on autopilot, shape the narrative of our inner world. Positive affirmations, consciously chosen and repeated, become a potent force in redirecting the course of our self-talk. These self-conversations have roots that stretch back through time and across cultures. They echo ancient wisdom that recognizes the power of words and thoughts in shaping our reality. The idea that our inner dialogue influences our well-being can be traced to various spiritual traditions. In many ancient philosophies, there is a common thread that emphasizes the importance of mindful speech and thought. For example, in Eastern traditions like Buddhism, practitioners are encouraged to cultivate right speech and right thought as part of the Eightfold Path to Enlightenment. This involves being mindful of the words we use and the thoughts we entertain, understanding their impact on our own minds and the world around us. Similarly, in Western traditions, the concept of self-talk finds resonance in various religious and philosophical teachings. The Bible, for instance, contains passages that highlight the significance of thoughts and words. The proverb, "As a man thinks in his heart, so is he," encapsulates the idea that our internal dialogue shapes our character and actions. The common thread in these teachings is the understanding that our thoughts are not inconsequential. They have the power to influence our emotions, behaviors, and ultimately the course of our lives. This recognition is not about perfection, but about a journey of self-awareness and conscious choice in shaping our inner narrative. Consider this. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," shift your self-talk to, "I am learning and growing every day." By making this simple adjustment, you're channeling your attention away from limitation and towards possibility. The language we use in our internal dialogue sets the tone for our beliefs and subsequently our reality. Channeling your attention is an art, a skill that transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. The journey toward conscious reality creation begins with the recognition that our thoughts and emotions shape the lens through which we perceive the world. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, reflects back to us the energy we emit, creating a feedback loop between our consciousness and our reality. To shape our reality consciously, we must embrace the principle of selective attention, becoming mindful architects of our thoughts. Unconscious living, marked by reactive autopilot mode, gives way to non-engagement, a practice of observing thoughts without being entangled in them. The law of attraction, a subtle force woven into the fabric of existence, underscores the power of our thoughts in shaping our experiences.